thought of the name Malayan because one of the inspirations in the creation of the school was our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, the pride of the Malay race, who once walked this part of the country just a little over a century ago.
Our mission is to be a global staple of excellence in professional education and research.
MCL is the #1 private school in Calabarzon.
Our mission is to provide the learning environment that would transform our students into globally competitive professionals.
To produce social wealth from the generation of new talents.
Excellence, loyalty, teamwork, discipline, and urgency. These are our core values.
To me, MCL is home.
Malayan is not just the buildings, the grounds, nor the facilities. More so, it is the people who comprise the institution. The smile of a student when he realizes that he just learned something. The embrace of friends without whom one cannot live. The values we instill, excellence and virtue.
MCL is home.
MCL is home.
MCL is home.
I am Malayan.
I am Malayan.
I am Malay.
I am Malayan. I am Malayan.
Today.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Natalie Joyce Rivera, the Director of the Office for Corporate Communications and a part-time professor here in Malayan Colleges, Laguna. Welcome to today's session of Viewpoints, an online meeting with new students and parents. So we would like to thank the students and parents who have been and are part of our Viewpoint session since May 16. So this afternoon, we are indeed privileged to have with us the Assistant Vice President for Academic Services, Professor James Ronald Messina, and the Acting Dean of the College of Arts and Science, Professor Maria Rovilla Sudprasert. Professor Sudprasert will be tackling about the general education courses, program offerings of CAS, the role of CAS, and of course, how will CAS adjust the new normal mode of learning. If you have further questions while the discussion is ongoing, you may post your questions on the chat box found on the right side of your screen, and we will be glad to answer them. We are also flashing our helplines on the screen should you need further assistance. You may call or text those numbers or send an email. We also invite you to stay tuned to announcements and updates in our website and social media pages. So like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and do not forget to subscribe and watch our videos in our YouTube channel. So without further ado, I will now give the floor to our speaker for this afternoon. Let us welcome the Acting Dean of the College of Arts and Science, Professor Maria Rovilla Sudprasert. Ma'am Mabel?
Pleasant good afternoon to everyone. I am Mabel Sudprasert from the College of Arts and Science, the Acting Dean College, and at the same time, the program chair for the Bachelor of Multimedia Arts program. I will be using my slides, so if I would like to request Miss Mia, okay? Okay. So let me start with let me introduce to you the college first. So actually, the college is one of the biggest college at MCL. Right now, we are composed of around 50 to 60 faculty members, and they all belong to we belong to different clusters. So we have the languages and humanities cluster, we have the math cluster, science, social science, and physical education cluster. We also have our 3 program offerings. We have been offering the first program, Bachelor of Multimedia Arts, since 2018. Similarly, the BA.Com program was also offered 2018, and we are offering this newest program this school year, which is BS Psychology. What is CAS role at MCL? So if I may emphasize, mahalaga po ang CAS sa buong MCL. This used to be called the Department of Basic Studies because this is the unit which offers the basic courses in math, in science, in humanities, English, languages, okay? So this department is composed of different experts, professors, licensed engineers, and teachers who are also professional licensees, and they handle all the courses for the students at MCL. So lahat po ng mga students from the different colleges, engineering, MITL rather, we have ETYCB, we have CCIS, and CMET. All students actually, before they can meet their professors sa kanilang major courses, they have engagements first with the faculty members from the College of Arts and Science. So it is really a very important unit in the college, since the preparatory courses are being taken by the students here at CAS. So these are basically called the general education courses, which has been revised since 2018 by CHED. Before, we have algebra, chemistry, languages, Filipino, but right now they are being offered by our senior high school. The GE program has been enhanced so that it can focus more on the holistic development of the students. So we offer purposive communication, we have ethics, we have Rizal, of course, one of the basic courses that the student should take. What else? We also have, of course, English, languages, and history, of course. So there are around 24 units of GE courses that the students should take. And lahat ng estudyante dito sa MCL, dito yan kinukuha under CAS. So if I may define what the GE courses can do for these students, these GE courses are typically designed to teach diverse skills that every person should master in order to lead a productive life, become a knowledgeable citizen, and communicate ideas as a useful member of society, regardless of the chosen course of study. So when they take GE courses, they become well-rounded, holistic individuals who appreciate the arts, appreciate science, appreciate the environment. So yun po yung natututunan nila when they take courses under the College of Arts and Science. And of course, our clusters, we have cluster chairs leading the different clusters that I have shown a while ago. We work hand in hand with the other colleges so that when we design the courses, it will fit dun sa mga needs ng bawat program such that they can achieve their program education objectives and their student outcomes. So that is the importance of CAS role here at MCL. Of course, we focus also on our program offerings. We have 3, as mentioned a while ago. We have BMMA, Bachelor of Multimedia Arts, BA Communication, and BS Psychology. So I would like to introduce to you these different programs. First of all, let's start with the Bachelor of Multimedia Arts. This program actually is like an offshoot of a particular offering way back 2011. Kasi po dati, we are offering Bachelor of Communication dash Multimedia Arts. So Bachelor of Arts in Communication dash Multimedia Arts. So if you can see those two programs there, nahati na siya. Parang we have graduates right now who are working at MCL na yun yung program na tinapos nila. Yung mga behind the scenes people here around here right now, sila yung mga graduates doon. And they are really very successful right now. Some of them are in ABS-CBN, some of them are in GMA7, some are in the newspaper industry. So they are really flourishing right now. Pero if in 2018, the decision of, or we followed the CHED's memorandum wherein we have to split these two courses. So those who really want to focus on the creative aspect of communication, focus on multimedia arts. Those who really want to focus on the more of the writing, more of the speaking, they focus on communication. Okay. So let me just read through the technical definition or description of these programs so that we can emphasize on what really are the learnings and the principles that the students will learn or will achieve. So BMMA is grounded on design, technology, and the visual arts. It's a field of interdisciplinary study geared towards creative and effective storytelling and expression through the convergence of digital media, technologies, forms, and practices. So quite a handful, quite a mouthful yung definition niya. Pero let me just emphasize also that graduates of this program are equipped with knowledge and skills that will enable them to communicate effectively, critically, and creatively across a range of new media technologies and forms, and develop multimedia projects with these qualities for various purposes. So if you are a creative person, okay, if you are into the arts, if you're someone who wants to take beautiful photographs or wants to come up with a particular artistic output, or if you want to shoot videos, come up with films, documentaries, movies, okay? So this is the program for you, okay? So if I may summarize probably what BMMA is, I have 3 C's actually for these three programs. So the BMMA is actually the creative part, okay? When you are a creative person, you can take or you can venture into the field of multimedia arts, okay? So based on the CMO, we have 3 program focus, okay? So these are animation, graphic design, and film and video production, okay? So those who are very artistic, very creative, draws a lot and wants to make their drawings move and come up with very inspiring stories, then you can venture, you can focus on animation. If you are someone who would like to hold the camera and then do certain shots, do location shoots, okay, film and video productions for you. Well, for those who are really into the use of technology, the applications of Photoshop and all those different softwares, Adobe Lightroom, After Effects, okay? So you can make use of, you can venture, you can focus on graphic design, okay? So when students reach their second term here at MCL, they start taking their courses focusing on these different fields: animation, graphic design, and film and video production. Okay, so this is the creative part of CAS, yung BMMA. Now let me go to the next program, which is communication. Okay, so communication, on the other hand, Bachelor of Arts in Communication is a program that covers the various ways by which humans communicate. Okay, communication. It focuses on how verbal and non-verbal messages are used to create meanings in different contexts using diverse platforms. It is very much related to multimedia arts. Actually, magkamag-anak sila. Maganda na yung communication graduates and multimedia art graduates. They come together, they form teams so that they come up with very relevant and meaningful outputs. Okay? So graduates of this program are equipped with knowledge and skills in the theory and practice of communication applicable in various professions and contexts with focus on the media professions. So if you finish BMMA and if you finish BA Communication, you will be considered a media practitioner. Okay, so focusing on the media, focusing on how communication and how different creative outputs can influence people so that it can change their lives. Okay, so the word that I would like to focus on for this program is connect. Okay, so if you want to influence people, you want to communicate to them, you want them to perform something so that it will be relevant to their lives and their society. So you have to connect properly with them. And there are various principles and theories that they will be learning so that they can do this properly. Okay. So in this program, there are also 3 tracks. Sa BMMA, ang tawag po, based sa CMO, CHED Memorandum Order, ay program focus. For BA Communication, they're called tracks. So these 3 tracks are creative and performing arts, political communication, and new media. So those who are in communication can also venture into a field similar to BMMA, which is new media, the use of technology so that communication will be better enhanced. Sa creative and performing arts, if you are a writer, if you are a singer, a performer, then this is the track for you. If you want to be of service later on in the future and you want to take up law, for example, political communication is you can venture into that, and that can be your pre-law course. So these are the different tracks for the communication program. Okay, and then for the third one and the last offering of CAS is actually the newest offering, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Let me just read through the technical definition based on the CMO. This program is designed to provide students with solid and broad foundation of concepts, theories, and principles in psychology. It provides a multidimensional and holistic approach that will enable the student to develop creativity and critical thinking skills that are necessary in responding to the needs of society in promoting optimal functioning and well-being. So I believe na this program is really relevant as of now because of the pandemic. We experience anxiety, we experience different things. Some people tend to be more pessimistic rather than optimistic. So these people, graduates of this program, can actually help change this point of view among people. Graduates of this program may pursue career paths in major sectors of society such as the helping professions, our frontliners right now, psychotherapy, medicine. They can also teach, okay? Graduates of psychology can also teach. They can do research. They can venture into business and government institutions, like being part of the human resources section of a company. They can focus on training and development and civil society or community development. Marami po, there are a lot of venues by which program psychology graduates can go into. So marami silang pwede puntahan. And this, I believe, are really relevant right in our situation right now. Similarly, if I may go back to multimedia arts and communication, these are also relevant programs right now. All you see online, all you watch on TV, lahat ng mga materials na napapanood natin, naririnig nating mga balita, nakikita nating mga visuals, posters, infographics online. A multimedia person and a communication person is actually behind that. Okay, so hindi po marami pong opportunities for graduates of these 3 programs in this trying times that we are experiencing right now. Okay, so let me go to the next part of my presentation. So how has CAS adjusted to the new normal? Actually po, nung March 13 rather, that's our first day of classes. Diba? And then, March 12 is our first day of classes. Pagdating ng March 13, nag-declare na ng postponement ng klase because of COVID-19. And March 16, we're actually doing everything online. But everything was in a rush. We were really caught off guard. Marami pong nagulat, mga teachers, mga students, of course the administration, and we really had to adjust. So from a blended mode of learning, we're doing it face-to-face before, supplemented by our LMS, which is Blackboard Learn. Kailangan siyang magbago. We have to adjust to a new skill, which is the fully online skill. So, what CAS did was to really follow what the administration is asking us to do so that we can adopt and adjust properly. And we took it to mind this different attitude or this different behavior, that we should be flexible, we should be open-minded, we should be resilient, we should be creative, and of course, we should practice empathy kasi iba't iba pong sitwasyon meron yung mga estudyante natin, even the teachers, and even us here, the administrators at MCR. And of course, we should also be diligent. So these different traits, probably, as I may call it, really help us so that we can adjust to the situation, the quarantine that was imposed way March pa. So talaga pong we really worked hard on this. It was a painful process, actually. We really had to forget some things and learn new things. We have to adjust things within our homes. We have to do a different kind of setup in learning and in preparing materials. And how did we do it? So if I would, if you may show the next slide, Ms. Mia, okay? So how did we tackle teaching and learning in this new normal or in this pandemic period? March, okay, until now that the term is going to end. Yung una po, flexibility. What we did was to look at our curricula, to look at our syllabi, yung pong ginagamit ng mga teachers. These are the lessons that we deliver. All the contents there, lahat po ng mga activities nandun, lahat po ng requirements ng students that they have to submit, which was done before face-to-face. We have to turn it around and change it. So that's why we call it calibration. We have to adjust the lessons such that it will fit yung online learning scheme po natin. So the curricula, the BS Psychology, BA Communication, and the BMMA curricula were also enhanced, or rather some changes were adopted or applied so that it will fit yung online learning skill that we're following right now. So there were limitations in time and resources. We had to stay at home. We had to adjust to the different time scheduling of the students. So we tried to do that so that we can really deliver online learning. So we tried to be flexible as possible, try to adjust. At the same time, we also considered being open-minded kasi we cannot really do anything. The situation is here now, hindi natin mababago yung sitwasyon. So tayo na lang yung magbago ng attitude natin towards the situation. And this is how we did it. So we were asked to, the faculty members, alongside preparation of the materials, we attended webinars, trainings, conferences, so that we'll be able to learn more about the techniques and approaches of online delivery of courses. So it was a regular process from the start. We were asked to really prepare the courses, prepare all the materials. Delivery of trainings were also being done. And Coursera is also very helpful for us. Teachers discovered na ganun pala pag online learning. Hindi lang pala talaga ako magsasalita or hindi lang ako mag-upload ng mga materials. I have to do something. I have to change my material so that I can enhance the learning of students, especially if they're doing it on their own, if they're doing it in their own pace, in their own time. And marami pong kailangang adjustments na gawin. So naging open-minded yung mga faculty members. At the same time, we practice resilience. Kailangan matibay, kailangan hindi matitinag, matutumba. And of course, we did this regularly. Students were engaging in the learning activities. Faculty members were we're always guiding them, asking them. Yun nga lang po, those who have problems with connection, those are really very challenging times. So we really need to, we have to know, do some adjustments para makapag-engage sila. But we were guided by this set of policies which were designed by the institution so that we will have a direction. So yung pong direction na yon na we aim at the end of the term, this is what we should be achieving, both teachers and students. It made us more strong, made us sturdy, and yun, we're able to stand until now. Na meron pa rin pandemic, nandito pa din ang COVID, tumataas pa rin yung numbers. But the CQs are being relaxed, so we don't really know what will happen next. Okay? So yun po, yung pangatlo. The next trait is creativity. Okay? Of course, we try to explore all possible means to encourage active student engagement, that we can ensure that knowledge and skills, both technical, the things that they should learn about their courses, use of applications, the different softwares, the different hardwares, the basic concepts and principles that they should know, they were all taken into consideration. And the soft skills, communication, collaboration with each other, participation in all the tasks, listening to instructions, okay? So those were taken into consideration, and then the faculty members really did some parang exploring on how we can manage to let students learn considering their different situations. And of course, we know that mahirap nga itong sitwasyon na to. We know that we should understand what they're going through, why are there students na hindi natin nakikita, hindi natin we don't get connection with them, we don't get to communicate with them. How are they right now? What are they doing? So we provide alternative ways to allow students to cope with the challenges of online learning. We give them consideration. We know their situations. If you cannot submit right now because you have connectivity problems, sige, you can try, because we have extended, Tinex and we have extended the learning time. So, but still, we try to understand the situation of the students. And lastly, we try as much as possible to be diligent. Diligent still in observing what should be gathered from all these different materials that we have given to them. So we ensure that learning is realized through continuous assessment and giving of feedback. We give tests, we give quizzes, we have all those materials online. We try to, some faculty members, they did it synchronous mode. We have the Zoom as our platform, we have Teams as our platform, we have Messenger, FB Messenger. Some of them really tried to use those venues. And of course, we have PBL, our major platform at MCL, so that we can give feedback, we can conduct lessons, sometimes synchronously, face-to-face using the platform, or real time, but there are times we're in, or most of the time, the faculty members would record their lectures and then upload them so that it will be accessed by the students on their own available time. Okay, so we were diligent in doing that so that continuous assessment and giving of feedback is applied, okay, or achieved. Okay, so that is how we were doing this past 3 months. Okay, so to answer this question, what will be the competitiveness of the college programs given the decline of key industries in the society today? We have, as I've mentioned, Blackboard Learns. We've been using this since 2016. Faculty members have been trained to use it. Students are also being trained to use BBL even before they attend their classes. Actually, this mid-year term, there are sessions for freshman students who are interested in having a feel of how it is to study at MCL using the online scheme. So may mga teachers po na magtuturo ng science, math, at saka English using BBL, and then the freshman students will be able to join the sessions, will be able to learn, and yun, they will experience, matututunan nila kung paano gumamit ng BBL. So that before the start of the classes, they are experts already kung ano mga part ng interface ng BBL na kailangang i-click or kailangang puntahan so that learning is facilitated. Okay? We also have access to digital solutions and variety of learning resources. These are provided by companies like Coursera, Wiley Plus, Engage, McGraw-Hill, and LinkedIn. These are actually companies that provide our mga learning materials, textbooks, and other resources na ginagamit po ng mga teachers specifically sa CAS, sa science, at saka sa mathematics. There are PowerPoint presentations there, there are tests there, and then yung mga lecture materials, and then it's linked to BBL so that when the teacher says, now, please look at this chapter of the textbook in Engage material. So, ma-access po nila lahat yan. Okay? So, we also have laboratory simulations in physics, and these have been prepared by our physics teachers. And right now, the students are using yung mga simulations so that they will be able to experience yung doing of the experiments in physics and then in chemistry. Okay? We also want to maintain competitive by sustaining our linkages or partnerships with professional organizations or industry-based organizations. CAS po is a member, particularly our program, the communication program, and the MMA program are members of the Asian Mass Media and Communication Center. This is based in Singapore. We also are a member of the PACE, Philippine Association of Communication Educators. Member din po ang MCL o tayo ng ACPI or Animation Council of the Philippines, Incorporated. Similarly, FDCP, Film Development Council of the Philippines, Game Development Association of the Philippines, and we have just gotten in touch with this newly found organization, professional organization here in the Philippines called Multimedia Arts Association of the Philippines. So, based sila sa Manila. So, we're trying to strengthen our linkages with them so that when there are opportunities for students to attend webinars, trainings, etc., all the resources, we can have access to those. So, yun po yung isa sa mga strengths that we consider. Okay? Next po, of course, if you look at our faculty members, we have competent and licensed faculty members who are experts in their respective fields. They are mga PRC licensees po ito, yung mga engineers natin who are teaching math and science. They are all board passers. So we can say that we are really very competent and creative as well. Okay? And they are really experts in their own fields. We also have industry expertise, faculty specifically po for the MMA program and the COM program. They are really practitioners. They are part-time faculty members who are bringing in yung mga experiences nila from the industry dito sa MCL, sharing it with the students. In fact, dito lang pong last few months, we have this faculty member who is working at Eventscape, an organization, media events organization, and he introduced the use of this particular software, yung Jitsi and StreamYard, and he trained a group of students to conduct a series of webinars on the arts and on communication. So it's called Art in Isolation. There have been around 6 sessions, 6 episodes of this focusing on photography, on drawing, on animation, on broadcasting. So they were able to conduct these 6 sessions, and there were actually very many attendees. Pero the program was run by students, guided by this co-league of ours who is from the industry. And then we would ensure that faculty members will undergo continuous training so that we will all learn. We will really be experts later on handling online courses, online delivery of courses, and make sure that students are actively engaged in online learning. At the same time po, here at MCL, we have our Student Affairs Office and our student organizations, our student councils here at MCL. It's really very, very active. Actually, the group of students I have mentioned a while ago, they are from the College of Arts Student Council, and they really did a lot of, They were really very creative in coming up with this program so that the they will learn at the same time. At saka yung mga manonood din, we learn a lot about the arts kasi that's their focus actually. Kaya po, I think they were able to invite Director Paul Basilio. He is actually the director of the concerts of Sarah Geronimo. We also have Shaila Lula, very prominent photographer, and mga iba po actually I cannot remember right now, pero there were really a lot of people from the industry that this event was able to bring into MCL and to the online community because it was done online. It was a webinar. Okay, so we also have peer mentoring sessions. There are a group of students also who are very much willing to help their fellow students to cope with their courses. So, nag-create po sila ng mga group so that matutulungan yung iba nilang classmates on, there are some students who are not really proficient pa in using software. So, they do tutorials on that. Meron naman na talagang dati, they need to really know the basics of photography. So, there was this student who really volunteered and taught his or her classmates on the basics of photography, alongside with what they are also learning inside the classroom. Okay, so what else po? Aside from the technical skills, our curricula should focus on the development of soft skills. So, considering that we are in this pandemic right now, hindi lang naman po technical expertise yung dapat matutunan ng mga estudyante. More than ever, it's more of the attitude and the values that we should develop. So, aside from those concepts and theories and principles, they're also taught how to be more problem solvers, how to be more mindful of their environment so that they will be able to cope with stress, which is a result of what we are experiencing right now, practicing resilience, be able to collaborate with students, with their co-students, with their professor, with other members of the community. So, yun pong experience of coming up with a webinar, the students were able to practice collaboration among themselves and also able to practice communicating with people from the industry and how to deal with them. Okay, so they became very creative in terms of running the program, different assets ng program, different parts of the program. They thought of that very carefully, and they also were taught how to be resourceful given the resources that they had, given the materials that they had. Of course, they were taught how to be more transparent, how to be more open, and how to practice empathy. Okay, so in general, CAS programs are really more relevant today due to the increase of virtual and digital assets required for entertainment and for information dissemination purposes. So despite the decline of other key industries like marketing, entertainment, advertising, and broadcast industries, they will only become stronger due to the increase in demand. Okay, so all the things that we see online right now, as I mentioned a while ago, there are communication and multimedia arts people behind that. So, and when people also look for amusement, of course, nabobore ka sa bahay, matagal work from home, so you have to take a break. So, these materials, these assets also are really very important to be accessed. Okay, so I think this is my almost done, finished last few slides. How do we develop the skills in the new normal? We will aim to really make the students familiar with the hardware and software that they're using for online learning. There are a variety of devices that they can choose from. They have to be familiar with how their computer works, with how their tablets work, with how their phone works. And of course, the different softwares that they will be using specifically for multimedia arts. Okay, so right now we have these limitations of using our materials in the laboratory, but the professors have come up with an idea of how to utilize your phone, maximize the use of your phone so that you can come up with designs that will really be very creative and that will enhance and develop the artistic mind of the student. So some students really mas proficient pa nga sila sa paggamit ng phone kasi the phone is handy. You can always bring it along with you, and you can come up with if you're inspired and you see something outside, you can come up with your own design. You can take a photo using it and then communicate using that particular device. So we also would give access to them, of course, and give access to the devices applications and the setup required for particular courses through video demonstrations, and or simulations. So there will be opportunities for the students, even if you're going to pursue a full online course or course delivery, there will be opportunities for them to come to school and then use some of our laboratory facilities, although very limited lang po yun, nakaschedule talaga yun. Pero if that is not possible, actual video demonstrations of the faculty members using our equipment in the laboratory, our setup, our experiments, lahat po yun gagawin so that everything will be simulated. Okay? And then the students are also given the opportunity to engage or immerse in industry-based activities. As mentioned a while ago, the conduct of webinars and the opportunity to interact with different people from the industry. And all of this will happen, of course, through the close supervision and guidance of the faculty members. They will be communication will be done thoroughly, effectively, and all the means to communicate with the students, that will be done by the faculty members. Although it should also be considered two-way. The professors are reaching out. It's also the task or the responsibility of the students to give feedback and to also reach out. According to our President, Dr. Bea, ang pinaka-asset po ng institution as far as online learning is concerned is our faculty. The faculty members are our treasure. Okay? Sila yung pinaka-importante. Of course, alongside with the students and the parents, the work of the faculty members are really very immense. Okay? So we try to make use of the different platforms so that we get to communicate with the students regularly. Okay po? So if I may go back to these different traits that I have mentioned a while ago, flexibility, open-mindedness, resilience, creativity, empathy, and diligence. If you look at the first letters of this word, of these statements, ano po nababasa nyo? Yan yung word na force. Parang during this pandemic period na napilitan lahat, parang we're all forced to adjust, to adapt, to do things differently. Pero we try to, at CAS, we try to turn it around and be more positive about it, be more optimistic about it. And we will support the institution so that we can ensure that the online delivery of courses will be very, very effective. So as a college po, at CAS, we will work full force to adjust to the new normal. Okay, so that ends my presentation. Thank you very much.
And so thank you so much, Ma'am Mabel, for that very interesting discussion about education in the new normal of the College of Arts and Science. So may mga questions na po tayo dito. So ito po, ma'am, question po para sa'yo. Do we have to choose among the 3 tracks in communication?
Yes. You have to choose kung ang gusto mo ay performing arts or kung gusto mong Polycom or if you want to focus on new media. So katulad din sa MMA na we have 3 program focus and really have to choose one. Isa lang yung pipiliin po.
Okay po. So, ayun po. And then, ayan, yung mga questions po dito, admission-related concerns. Pero nasagot na rin naman po dito. Maybe Sir James would like to reiterate the answer. So, when and where we will be able to see the tuition fee?
Good afternoon to our parents and new students who stay tuned to the Viewpoints with the College of Arts and Science. First and foremost, thank you to Mabel and Natalie for joining us in our discussion this afternoon. So I'm also teaching the CAS, handling social science and humanities courses. So the 2 ladies are my colleagues in CAS. So thank you very much for joining us for Viewpoint. So for those who are inquiring about the GSA or the Generated Schedule and Assessment, so number one, apologies, it really took time for us to review the documents, especially for college, because sabi nga po namin, medyo mahigpit kami sa documents for enrollment because we have a lot of accreditation and audit standards na sinusunod. So, but we have already enrolled, at least we have already issued more than 200 GSAs to the new students. So, number one, you will receive a call from our admissions team members informing you about the issuance of the GSA, and it will be sent through BBL course message. So number one, dalawa yun. Number one, may call kayong matatanggap, and second, you will get the GSA via BBL course message. And the reason why we are calling you one by one is because I understand you have many questions about the fees, the breakdown, but ganito, but ganyan, and what are the payment options. And these are things that we cannot easily communicate via email. Kaya gusto namin tawagan kayo para if you have follow-up questions, we can easily attend to them through call. Ayan. So pakihintay lang po, alam ko po excited na kayong mag-enroll. At nakikita ko po sa ating live Q&A na mga questions ay puro about GSA and payment of fees. So, pakikita lang po. Definitely po, we're doing our best to review all the documents submitted and give you the payment instructions already. So, ba namang school ang ayaw na mag-enroll kayo, makapagbayad at matapos nyo na yung buong proseso. And let me also inform our stakeholders that the reason why we are reminding you constantly to complete the enrollment process is because we want to enroll you already to the online modules on the new student orientation, which we will open July 15. So, ayaw naman namin magsimula yung August 17 na start of classes. Take note of the date, it's August 17. Ayaw naman namin na magsimula yung new school year na hindi kayo ready in terms of being knowledgeable about MCL, about online learning, about academic procedures and policies. That's why between July 15 and August 15, our new students will be taking an online module on new student orientation. And definitely you can only take that course if you are officially enrolled. So once you get the GSA, take note of this. I posted this in the MCL admissions page 5 minutes ago. Ganun ka-fresh itong info na to. You are given June 30, which is today. Baka maraming naging confusion dito. June 30 is the deadline for the submission of documents via Blackboard Learn. But yung mga nape-pressure na, paano kung magbabayad ng June 30, wala pa namang GSA. Again, the June 30 deadline is for the submission of online submission of documents through Blackboard Learn. Now, kung nagawa na yun, at binigyan na namin kayo ng GSA, later, kung hindi ngayon, today, o kaya tomorrow, o kaya sa Friday, you will be given 5 working days to settle the dues. So, hindi po yun yung June 30 na deadline para magbayad. Alam ko, sumunod ko kayo ngayon na June 30 or kahapon. Pero, you are given 5 working days to settle the dues after you receive the GSA. Okay, so sana klaro po yan. So, paano naman po yung kahapon lang nakatanggap ng GSA? Ngayon ba ang deadline ko? So, according to the, based on the post that I made in Facebook, you are given until Saturday to settle the dues. Kung kayo ay ngayon lang nabigyan ng GSA. Pero yung mga later mabibigyan ng GSA, you're also given 5 days to complete the enrollment procedures. Okay, so sana po klaro yan. Paki-share nyo po yung post na yun sa MCL Admissions Office Facebook page so that your friends, your former classmates will be aware of that development. Okay? So, naiintindihan ko po na maraming nalilito sa online learning, maraming nalilito sa online enrollment, lahat na lang online, di ba po? But it's the new normal, and we would like to give it a chance. The same chance that we gave for it in 2008. And until now, it's up and running. So, sana po yung mga stakeholders natin, parents, new students, ay bigyan din ng chance yung ating mga online platforms, online enrollment so that we can get used to it and we will be able to maximize yung mga benefits nito specifically on convenience. Okay? So we are posting the admissions helplines. So if you have inquiries, general inquiries about tuition fees, about open admissions, about online enrollment, the numbers of our admissions office team members are here. Hindi na po namin pinupost yung landline dahil wala pong offices and baka po tumatawag kayo sa landline tapos madi-disappoint kayo na walang sumasagot. So we are working on skeletal force and work from home arrangements because we're following the IATF guidelines. So para po mabigyan namin ng sagot ng inyong mga concerns, please use our mobile numbers para makapag-usap po tayo and we discuss and give you the information that we need. Okay, so yun po yung mga concerns natin about enrollment. Ayan. So what is MCL School Year Calendar 2020-2021 for college students? Medyo mahaba po yan. Kung i-discuss ko po yan dito, mukhang hindi po ito pang viewpoints. But if you happen to visit our website and our Facebook page, we have been transparent about the calendar, the school calendar, because we also want the parents and the students to to plan your activities for the academic year. So we are posting the calendar. Nasa website po yan. Pero yung tinatanong nyo po ay 2020-2021. So I think it's ready. So please expect within the week po, makikita nyo yan sa Facebook saka sa website, yung ating school calendar. Okay? Thank you for raising that concern. But it's the first day of school. As mentioned, it will be August 17, the start of first term AY 2020-2021. Yeah. So I would like to throw again the discussion to our ladies here. Medyo na para ma-push natin ng konti yung discussion. One parent or new student yata ito, si Anna, Anonymous, is asking about the tracks in the communication. So, para mag-guide na rin sila, ano ba po yung mga tinutumbok ng mga tracks na ito? So, I understand na merong political communication. So, kung halimbawa ba, anong mga career opportunities yung available sa graduates ng mga tracks na yon? And also, they are planning to pursue higher studies. So, let's hear from Professor Sunprasad.
Okay po. For the communication program, as I've mentioned, there are 3 tracks. We have the performing and creative arts, and then political comm, and then new media. So, sa creative and performing arts, people who are the students who are really focused on writing and speaking, sila yung medyo mas magiging focus on this one. They can become broadcasters, they can be in the entertainment industry, they can become singers if they want, okay, or performers. But still, andun pa rin yung notion na communicating because they want to influence people. So creative and performing arts, if you are good at speaking, if that's your forte, then you can venture into that. Pag naman political comm, these are the students who would like to serve more the community. It is a pre-law, it can be a pre-law course, okay? So those who wanted to go into politics and then able to serve the people, they can venture into this track. Sa new media naman, related din to sa multimedia arts, so they get to come up with communication materials using technology. So yung mga softwares that are being used by advertising agencies, at saka yung mga what do you call that, technologies and applications that they are using. They can learn. They pursue new media. So mga people, they can become content creators. So everything that can be seen online, also come up with that. They can be very, very effective storytellers. And right now, in this, there are many stories, different stories to tell, inspiring stories to tell. So they can be the people behind this stories. Pwede publish online, broadcast on television. They get to inspire people. At the same time, they get to express themselves. So those are the opportunities for them they venture into these tracks.
Okay, so thank you very much for that explanation. So basically, kaya nga multimedia yung title ng program is because definitely multiple platforms, multiple channels of communication. And the college and MCL would just want to focus more the program. That's why nagpo-provide po ng mga tracks na ito. But for the assurance of the parents and the students, pwede po kayo maging confident that as graduate in the FA program, you are equipped with foundational skills. Kahit ito yung track mo, for example, political communication, later on there are opportunities in new media and the creative performing arts. Meron ka ng mga preparatory skills and competencies for those areas. Okay? So, ganun po yung design ng curriculum and the program itself. So, thank you very much for this and Mabel for explaining. So, meron pa tayong ibang concerns dito hanggang kailan po pwedeng mag-enroll yung two students. So, safe to say that the enrollment is open until July 30. But again po, that is dependent on the availability of slots. So, napakahirap naman po mag-open ng napakadaming sections. Tapos kung hindi po napuno, ay isa-isa nating sasabihin na hindi po mabubuo yung class. So, para po magkaroon din tayo ng sistema and target, we encourage the parents please enroll as soon as possible. Number one, para ma-secure natin yung slot. Second, para po makasali na kayo sa online module of student orientation which we are going to open in July 15. Okay, so naunawaan namin yung ibang concerns pa, financial difficulties, late pa dadating yung pera, walang problema dyan. But please submit the documents because it also takes time to review them. So mag-submit na po ng documents online naman yan so that we can review them and give you already the instructions on how to proceed. And kung may mga issues sa finances, we can actually give until the end of July to settle. Pero again po, it depends on the availability of slots. For those interested in the programs under the College of Arts and Science, we have COM and the MMA. Ano po yan? Medyo demand programs po yan. We have a good number of applicants to these CAS programs. So, yung slots yan, medyo mabilis din pong ma-take. So, please, if you have the resources already, you have the documents, you are ready, you can always submit them and we will guide you to the process. So we are posting here the contact numbers of the admissions office and our enrollment advisors so that you can seek assistance on our open admissions and enrollment. Okay? Yeah, so nasagot ko na po yan. Ano po kayang update for maritime enrollees? So, pinapok ng maritime enrollees. Maaari po kaya kami makakapag-sit sa enrollment pag hindi pa po kami nakakapag-medical exam. Okay? So, again, we are just gathering all the applicants. Meron kasi hinihingi sa atin ng number yung accredited medical examination service provider. So, once we need that number, we will communicate to them and we will schedule. So, for this naligaw na maritime student, kang kabahan, your concern is being addressed now, we will call you one by one from your date and we will make sure that it is what? It is 2 weeks before the scheduled medical exam para hindi naman agad-agaran nagpuloy natin yung schedule ng mga students because of that. Pangalawa pa natin concern kung bakit tayo namin kayo unahan agad o agaran na magpapamedical. We are still under the general community quarantine until today. And definitely you cannot go to go here, for example, for the medical exam dahil kayo ay below. Okay, so kalma lang muna. Marine engineering and marine transportation students, we are working on your medical requirement and we will inform you about the date for your pre-enrollment medical. Again, yung pre-enrollment medical po marine ay para lang po sa kanila yun. Meron po sila specific international legal requirement which is STCW. For non-maritime programs, ang medical po ninyo ay post-enrollment requirements. So, ibig sabihin, after you enroll, you will be scheduled for medical. Unlike the marine, engineering and marine transportation, before mag-enroll, required po silang medical. So, magkaiba po tayo ng requirements po doon. So, there is an academic question here. What are the strengths for new media students? Oh, so maybe Ma'am Abel can explain this further, the strengths for the new media students.
For students who would be focusing on new media, it's very much related to the field of multimedia arts. As I mentioned a while ago, you are going to be content creators. So as content creator, you have to be familiar with your tools, and your tools would be your hardware and your software. So whatever you see now online, yun yung mga outputs na pwede mong ma-create with the aim to influence, inform, and make people aware of the things happening around us. Pero ikaw, you can be under the new media track. You can express yourself, you can practice your creativity, you can come up with a design that will be relevant and effective for people to change their lives. Ang pinaka talagang dapat mong matutunan dito would be how to use technology so that you'll be able to communicate effectively to people.
Okay, so thank you very much. Sana pang linaw yung explanation about the new media. May question dito, kasama po ba sa tuition fee yung Adobe CC software? Gusto niyo po ba isama namin? Baka ayaw niyo po, kasi medyo mahal po yan. Definitely. So, that's number one. It will be true. It will definitely be too costly if we are going to pad the cost of the software to the school fees. And second, wala pong gumagawa ng school na ganyan. Kasi magtataas po talaga yung cost of education. So, meron pong mga trial version na pwedeng gamitin. Meron din pong mga softwares na nabibili online. So, pwede pong gamitin yon ng ating mga students. Okay? And may mga tanong po dito, saan po ba dapat mag-enroll? Sa MCL po. Definitely. Ayan. So, sa isa sa mga admission officers, ganito po yan. Number one, kung kayo po ay medyo okay magbasa, yung ating pong guidelines ay nasa website. Medyo mahaba lang po yon, pero everything is already contained in that posting in the MCL website. Second po na option is you call our helplines. We posted our numbers already. So, if you are much more comfortable na may nag-guide sa inyo sa proseso, please call our helplines so that you will be guided ng aming mga admissions team members para doon sa ating online admissions and enrollment. Okay po ba tayo doon? So, two options. Read the guidelines in the website, or second, call our helplines, text our helplines, and we will get back to you. Okay? So, yun po ang sagot doon sa saan po dapat mag-enroll sa isa sa mga admissions officers po. So, we will guide you po in the process, but definitely po kayo ang mag-enroll online because of our data privacy restrictions and other documents na nasa inyong possession. Yan. Yan. So, meron pa ba tayong mga questions? So far, parang wala na. What subjects po yung mag-fall under the new media? Okay, so this is a question about the curriculum. So, again,
subjects under new media, this is communication definitely. So they are supposed to take a course on design principles, color theory, of course, animation, and video and film production. So they're only allowed 4 courses under this new media. So yun po yung mga design, theory, film and video, animation.
Okay, so thank you very much for that clarification. Yeah, so I think we no longer have questions here about new student enrollment, open admissions, and the questions about the curriculum. So again, we are posting our helplines, our contact numbers. Our offices are closed, but you can reach our enrollment advisors, our admissions team members via mobile numbers and our email. Ayan. So nakapost po yan. Kontakin nyo po kami and we will be happy to entertain your inquiries about MCL. Mas maganda po yung mga tanong nyo na kailan mag-enroll yan. Gustong-gusto po namin yung mga ganyang katanungan. Kasi yan po ay nagpapakita ng interest in our program offerings. Okay? So just to summarize the discussion, we are giving the assurance to our parents and incoming students that Malayan Colleges Laguna Amapua School is ready to the different modalities that the Department of Education and the Commission on Higher Education are prescribing for educational institutions to follow, to implement under the new normal. That's why the theme of MCL for this year is surpassing limits of the new normal right here. And definitely, as you may notice on how we framed the theme, it's progressive. It's in present tense. So ibig sabihin, it's a journey. It's an ongoing endeavor for us to have our own success stories on how we surpass the limits of the new normal. And to emphasize, as I was saying this since May 16 in all Viewpoint sessions rather, yung new normal po ngayon in education would definitely require us to have a lot of adjustments on our ways of living, on our expectations, and definitely on our mindset. And for us to to avoid frustrations and disappointments, we need to adjust our mindset and our expectations on how we are going to live under the new normal circumstances. And the assurance that MCL can give our stakeholders is that we are not stopping in exploring for various ways to ready the school year, the faculty members, the equipment, the school, for a very meaningful delivery of instruction to our new students. And we would like to emphasize that and to sound off that commitment and that assurance to our parents. And as we are saying, we need to think beyond 2020, 2021 if we are talking about surpassing limits of the new normal. Sabi ko nga kanina when I facilitated the session with the College of Computer and Information Science, kung tutusin, yung mga estudyanteng papasok ngayon, they are in perfect timing because when the industries reboot or reopen or nag-normalize 2 or 3 years after, definitely new opportunities will open up. And that will require a good number of workers and industry leaders. And at that time, you are about to graduate, you are also about to join the industry fully equipped with the needed knowledge, skills, and attitude to be industry leaders. And that's what a meaningful academic preparation is all about. So think beyond 2020, 2021, and let us do our planning as early as now. And that is precisely what surpassing the limits of the new normal is all about. Okay? So sana po makapagkwentuhan tayo ng mas malalim, mas mahaba later about our own success stories under the new normal. So yun po ang summary ng discussion natin for this afternoon. Some advisories and updates. Will have the scholarship examination this coming July 23, 2020. That's an on-site examination here at MCL. So para po sa mga gustong mag-apply for our scholarship programs for new students, please register. Application is open until July 17, 2020. That's July 17, 2020 yung registration. And that's also online through Blackboard Learn and Microsoft Forms. So, sign up po tayo doon because even our examination on July 23 will be on appointment basis because of our precautionary measures against COVID-19. Okay? So, save the dates. Deadline for application is July 17. The qualifying exam will be on July 23, 2020. Okay po. So, yeah, may mga pahabol na tanong. Kailan ng enroll Bachelor Full-Time Media Arts? It's on because open admissions na po tayo. And kaya parang may nagtanong kailan ng enrollment for grade 12 students of MCL. July 15 po ang enrollment ninyo. Dahil July 10 pa lang po ma-release yung inyong report card. And if we have parents and grade 12 students in this forum, please appointments for grade 12 graduating students this coming July 2, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, also via Microsoft Teams. Okay? So maraming salamat po for our attendees who stayed until this time for our viewpoints. May mga nagtatanong pa rin na pahabol. Okay. If the student initially indicated multimedia arts in the application but would like to change to communication course, can he still change the program before enrollment? Definitely yes, para tama po ang maging assessment of fees. Ang suggestion ko lang po ay inform nyo po yung inyong enrollment advisor so that the change of program will be done in the system. So, ang gagawa po niyan ay ang admissions team. Kaya kailangan nyo pong i-advise yung ating mga enrollment advisors na assigned sa inyo para ma-change program. Paano ko po malalaman kung sino yung enrollment advisor at paano ko po siya makukontak? Send a course message through Blackboard Learn. And enrollment advisors will be what? Will be capturing these messages and they will apply for the change of program. Okay? Kung medyo natatagalan yung pagsagot ng enrollment advisor, tawagan nyo po yung admissions office helplines so that we can change the program right away. Okay po? So, nasagot ko na yung tungkol sa change of program. What subjects po yung mag-fall under new media track? Nasabihan na rin po. Mababawasan po ba ang miscellaneous fees since di naman po magagamit ang MacLab, ComLab? I think we have deferred the offering of courses that will be using the MacLab and the ComLab for the first term since we will go fully online for the first trimester of AY 2020-2021. Kaya yung tanong na mababawasan po ba ang miscellaneous? Hindi, kasi bawas na. Okay, so bawas na po siya dahil wala namang laboratory fees for the first term of this academic year. So, para ma-manage po yung expectations, parents and new students, expect that most of your subjects, most of your courses for first term, first year will be lecture courses. Ayan. So, lecture courses. These are very important because these are foundational courses, meaning yung basic knowledge, skills, and attitudes, dyan yun makukuha dun sa mga courses during the first year, first term. So, yun po yung sagot natin dun sa mga questions na yun. Need na po ba kagad ng grades para sa new students? Hindi pa po kasi na ibibigay yung grades namin for the whole school year. Parang kilala ko tong eskwelahan na to dyan sa Kalambayan, ano. Ayan. So, hintayin po natin yan. We'll definitely wait for the grades because that is the only proof that you have completed high school. Huwag po kayong mainggit dun sa mga senior high na pinayagan kong mag-enroll kahit na may deficiency sa report card dahil sila po ay high school pa rin. Ibig sabihin, since I also act as the registrar, reporting procedures po niyan, hindi masyadong complicated kasi DepEd pa rin po yan. So, ang mahirap po yung high school pupunta ng college dahil hahanapan kami ng college ng proof of completion ng high school. Ayan. So, pakihintay po natin yan since open pa naman po ang enrollment. Pero ito yung lagi kong sinasabi. Ipasa nyo pa rin yung ibang requirements through Blackboard Learn so that we can start the enrollment process and later on, you will just be updating your records by submitting the Form 138 or the high school report card. Ayan. So thank you very much for raising that concern and I hope I was able to address the question properly. So again, if you have questions, our helplines are posted. Makikita nyo rin yan sa website, sa main page. Makikita nyo yan sa Facebook page ng Malayan Colleges Laguna. Makikita nyo yan sa Facebook page ng Admissions Office. Nasa Twitter din yan, nasa Instagram din yan. Pati nga po yung ibang school, alam din yung mga contact numbers namin. So, kayo na lang po ang mamili kung saan ninyo i-access yung aming mga contact numbers. Yan. And we'll be happy to address your concerns. Again, thank you very much, Professor Maria Rubilla Sudpresser, the Acting Dean of CAS, and Ms. Natalie Rivera, the Head of our Corporate Communications Office. Yung mga designs po namin ay updated and always on the go because of our CorpCom team and also our admissions team. Thank you very much. Tingnan niyo po yung aming mga mascot na nasa screen ninyo. Pati po sila ay surpassing the limits of the new normal, kaya po sila ay naka-face mask. So kahit po sila ay nag-a-adjust, dahil kasama po yan sa ating mga preparations and basically our initiatives to surpass the limits under the new normal. So on behalf of our President and the CEO, who's also the President and CEO of Mapua University, Dr. Reynaldo Vibea, our administrators, faculty members, employees, admissions team, and our more than 6,000 students from both senior high school and college. Maraming salamat po sa pag-attend ng Viewpoints, our online meeting with parents and new students. Sana po ay nakapulot po kayo ng information and direction on how we surpass the limits of the new normal right here at Malayan Colleges Laguna, ang Mapua School. Ingat po kayo and allow me to invite you to the next session of Viewpoints, which is tomorrow, 10 o'clock to 12 noon. We call it Catching Up on Enrollment Updates. So lahat po ng may tanong about open admissions and enrollment, please join us tomorrow 10 a.m. to 12 noon for the next run of Viewpoints. So wala po tayo presentation tomorrow. Yun po ay pure question and answer to all our new students and parents. So itanong nyo po bukas lahat ng gusto nyong itanong so that we can address them properly. So again, Viewpoints tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, also via Microsoft Teams. And that's not the last because we have posted already all our schedules for Viewpoints and the meeting links through our website. So puntahan nyo po yung website namin and we will We have already posted the schedules of Viewpoints, and we will be very happy to to meet you again virtually through this online meeting. So ingat po kayo and magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Thank you very much.